So, we've learnt that a scatter diagram can show two variables. We've learnt about correlation and causation. And we've learnt about drawing lines of best fit. So what do we have here? Well, we've certainly got a positive correlation. And it looks to me to be fairly strong. We can't say that this is a causal relationship because we simply don't know anything about the variables. What we can do is put a line of best fit into play. So, we're going to be very careful here and we're going to draw a line of best fit. Now, when I try and find my line, shall I start down here? Hopefully, you're about to say no. Here is the lowest piece of data, so I cannot go below here. And here is the highest piece, so I cannot go above there. So there is an invisible line so let's find the line of best fit. It looks something along here. It doesn't have to go through the crosses at either end, but it has to describe the data and make the lines above and below as short as possible. Do you remember what the word we used for coming over here was with your line of best fit? It was extrapolate. Now, what we're going to do instead is we're going to interpolate, so look in the data range. So if I said to you, variable 1 equals 4, what should variable 2 be? Now, the data points are scattered, but our line of best fit is exact. So, I'm going to go to 4 on variable 1, and I'm going to look up to the line of best fit. I'm then going to look across to the value that gives me for variable 2, which looks to me like 39. I draw the dotted line to show how I've done it up to the line of best fit. And I draw across and read off. And this is where scatter graphs become really useful because you can start to get a more exact relationship. Now you might be worried that your line of best fit was different to mine. So let's draw someone else's attempt at the line of best fit. Well, if I do the same process now, come up from 4 and then come across, I'm going to get a slightly different value. In this case, I got 35. Now, if this was a GCSE exam question, you might be given an acceptable range. So, for example, any answer between those two values would be accepted. And it will probably be provided that you've drawn the line of best fit to show how you've done it. If you were just to guess without drawing the line of best fit and showing how you've read off, you may find yourself with no marks because you've not demonstrated the knowledge. So there is some leeway in the answer. It's about reading carefully. Now, the common new question for the GCSE in the UK is, why should you not find V2 at V1 equals 7? So here is V1 at 7. Why shouldn't I find a V2? Well, V1 equals 7 lies outside the range of data. We should not extrapolate as we saw in the previous part. Plants die with too much water. So, if it lies outside the range of data, we should not extrapolate. So this is a very common kind of GCSE question. You draw a line of best fit and demonstrate you know how to find a value from that. And then justify why you kept your line of best fit in a region. Don't go beyond the data points. And then do not extrapolate. Do not go beyond the range of the data. What you need to do now is find several questions on scatter diagrams and make sure you work through lots of different contexts. So here I've just used a V1 and V2, but this could be speed of cars and braking distance. It could be populations and food. It could be all manner of things. What you need to do is take your time and make sure you watch out for that killer part at the end. So, good luck.